Oh boy, man, oh man. Listen, we took some time before we got started, man. And you know what, man? I'm gonna put a smile on your face, man. I'm gonna put a smile on your face
All
right now.
right. Okay. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put a smile on your face. Did you know that in a couple of weeks is
Mm-hmm.
gonna be May the 4th? And I
Made
know
it.
you're a big Star Wars fan,
Hmm.
and you know you're gonna get some nice sets that's gonna be coming out May the 4th.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think you should just be happy about that. That's all I got for you, man.
Oh, I should be happy about that, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you should be happy
Yeah. I
about that.
am. I am. That's something I probably take for granted a little bit. Like
Yeah,
the May the
sometimes,
Fourth
man.
sets and stuff like that. I feel like it's an extra, part of the spring sets that we get. Like it's an extra, like because they don't come out when the spring stuff come out. They come out on
Mhm.
their own, right? So
Yeah,
that's a plus. I am thankful for that. But I got
yeah.
something a little bit better for you, right?
All
So
right.
I'm in the land. We in the land. This show's in the land. We in the land.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe not for long, but we'll be in the land, right? And so one of the land members, Jonathan, he is known as many superheroes today. Did you know that this dude? I'm scrolling on TikTok, and this dude is jamming #1 on the drums, bro. Like he's wailing on these drums, like.
Him.
I did not know that about that brother. I didn't know. Um, and so he's very musical inclined like yourself.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is, when are you gonna make some videos of you wailing on some drums or the guitar?
You know what? I know last week we were kicking in my man's back. You
Hmm.
know, I can't even call him my man's anymore, man, because he got some cleanup to do, man. He got to do some PR, man. But we were kicking his back in. But you know what, man? He was in a movie a couple
Hmm.
years back called Drumline, and you know,
But is
I
he
was
really a
part of
drummer?
it. I don't even know what. I don't even know. I don't even know. I think he said he played drums in high school. I think he said he played drums in high school.
Okay,
Now, I was
all right.
I was
I
part
roll
of
with
a drum corps, right? I was
it. Okay.
part of a drum corps. So
Yeah.
snare drum, that's my drum.
Hmm.
For you, I'm gonna break out my snare drum. I have it downstairs in my closet. I
Okay.
have the sticks. I'm gonna break out the snare drum, man. I'm gonna post up the camera and everything like that. I'm gonna play some beats for you, man. And
Okay.
then after that, mini superhero, get your snare drum. We'll meet up somewhere. We can do it at Chicago, and we just
Hey.
gonna have a drum off. We just gonna have a drum off, man.
Oh, you
I'm
want
just
that
saying.
work, man, huh? You want the work? I don't know, man. This video was pretty amazing, man.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I might be putting my foot in my mouth, but you know what? I ain't never shivered from a good challenge. So
Right, right. You gotta go for the fight, man. Gotta go for the fight.
let's do it.
Grinding gears. Apparently, Lego, if you're listening, I hope you are. Some of your fans are grinding gears about how some land members, and these aren't my words. This is this young gentleman's words. Is that he feels that, and it's Bad Beat Joe's, he feels that like a lot of land members glaze, the set reviews because they gotten it for free from Lego. So they're not giving their honest opinions, and that is very important. With somebody like you and me, I still buy sets, even though I get some free stuff. I don't get all free stuff. Like that big set back in the back there, I bought that. I paid my $600 for that. So yeah, and so I didn't get that for free, but this young man thinks that like a lot of the land, he just hates the fake like content, the Lego content, like, and I think he's got a point there. I mean, I got more to say, but I want to know what you think.
What do you start, man? Like we talked about this in previous videos, man.
Hmm.
The Lego Land ambassadors who review these sets, it is a similar format. If you do enough of that format over and over and over again by multiple people on multiple channels, it gets
Hmm.
boring. It looks fabricated. It looks
Hmm.
staged. It looks rehearsed.
Yeah.
Um, you know, they see the footage from Fan Media Day, right?
Mhm.
They see that footage and they see it from different angles, and then they see them with the set, and then sometimes they don't see them build the set, and then every single set is, wow, this is the amazing set. This is an awesome set. I can't wait. I can't wait to build this set again, and yada 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 yada.
Yeah.
It doesn't come off authentic. If you're
Yeah.
going to give a review, right? If you're giving a review, you got to explain why this thing is good. Now, for example, I'm going to show my age a little bit. I'm going to
Okay.
show my age a little bit. Siskel and Ebert. If you know Siskel and Ebert, these are that might be us. That might be us. That might be us. These are some. I remember watching their movie reviews in the 90s,
Yes.
and they had their preferences. They had the movies that they loved. They had the actors that they loved, the
Yeah.
directors that they loved. But if the movie was crap,
Oh,
they
they let you
would
know.
tell you
Crap.
straight up. They'll tell you it was crap. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, this movie was bad. This was a bad movie. This was a really
Yeah.
bad movie. They have no problem saying that because they were given an honest review. And
Yeah.
if you are an honest arbiter of content, you want to be honest about that content. If
Yeah.
all of you are saying that, I don't know, the Death Star is a amazing set, and there's one or two things that they could have done better, but it's an amazing set. You're lying.
Mhm.
It's not an amazing set. The set looks stupid. You can say that. I mean, but you're not going to say that because Lego's who's feeding you.
Yeah.
So you're not going to bite the hand that feeds you. We get that.
Yeah.
But what you're doing, you're isolating and you're pushing away fans of Lego that listen to these different people to say, hey, I want to get an honest review from them, and they're not getting it.
Yeah. And I get that too. Like, and it can kind of go both ways, right? Like, you're looking for that honest opinion for the person that you follow, these influence, right? And if it, like you said, if it becomes cookie cutter, then it gets boring, right? And we'll talk about this down the line. I think that had a lot to do with Bricksie leaving, right? And that's on the menu, right? And
Mhm.
so, um, I think that, for what this young man is saying, Lego, you probably do need to take accountability and look into it, right? Um, and here's the thing: is that if you get something, and it is like, here's the point he made was like, they get a sponsorship, and you don't want to say something bad about it to stop your sponsorship, but you can be honest about the set without trashing it. You can't say, oh, this set this set right here is trash because it's just garbage. I don't like it. Okay, well, that was very written very constructive. Like, tell me why is it trash? Tell me why you don't like it.
Right.
Now you can say things like, oh, well, this set had nothing to do with this point in Star Wars at all. This is totally made up. Okay, now you're on to something. Or you
Right.
say, hey, I don't like the way you made this turret on this tower. That now
Right.
now you want to, it should have been constructed this way. Or you could say, hey, look, the for what we're paying, the quality of the set isn't, up to par. Now that's constructive, right? But just come out and they'll say, well, these are garbage sets, and y'all stealing people's money and this and that. Now you're not being constructive, like you're not giving good feedback.
You're
Um,
being destructive at
yeah,
that point. You're being
right.
destructive at that
You
point.
become what these young folks don't, they don't even say that anymore. But you're becoming a hater at that point, and it's not your input at that point falls on deaf ears because you're hating it, and so but
Could you
here's
say
what you
hater?
can do. You don't have to be a part of the land to review a set or give an honest opinion of a set. And I'll say that again. You don't have to be a part of the land to give an honest opinion about a set. You don't even have to buy the set. You can get the images from lego.com
Mhm.
and pull those images off of lego.com and give your honest opinion about the images of the set and be right as rain. And I guarantee you, when somebody actually grab a hold of that concept and do it, I bet you'll have more viewers than these other land members that have thousands and hundreds of thousands of viewers. Because now you don't have a sponsorship, so your word is gold because you don't have a contract with the company.
But you know what? That's an uphill battle because you're going to be reviewing a set that most of those people saw 3 weeks ago because the influence they got the set first.
Yeah.
Yeah, the images is one thing, But nowadays, listen, man, there were a lot of people who thought I cut my hair.
Yeah.
And that's because they saw an image of that. So
Yeah.
people don't believe that image, even if they see it on Lego. Like Lego is gonna polish it up, look clean and everything. Like, nah, I want to see the physical set. And these influencers, they get those physical sets 3-4 weeks beforehand. So people are always gonna listen to what they gotta say. They always want to see it for themselves.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're part of the land and you got a big following, you're gaining followers, you're getting thousands of views and everything like that. Out of the 5 sets that you get, give an honest opinion about one of those sets, and don't sugarcoat it. Give it to us real. You know, like, you know what? Yeah, this part was not really in Star Wars, and the characters that they selected weren't really the main characters of this particular scene. They should have went with this. What I would have done differently is yada yada yada. There's ways that you can critique something without bashing it, right? And you know, I used to work in management, and one thing about management is you want to give praise, criticism, then praise. So instead of that, I would say give criticism, give some praise, and then finish off with some criticism, because you want Lego to get better. If you're always telling them they're doing great, Lego is not going to think to do better because we're doing awesome. These guys say we're doing awesome. Yeah, because you give them free sets. So they're going to tell you you're doing awesome. But if you give them an honest critique, then they may reconsider, like, hey, you know what? Maybe the next year when we roll this out, let's do this a little better. Like that smart brick. Yeah, maybe we should do this a little bit different than what we did last time, because people ain't buying it. So let's try to do it another way. So it's all marketing, it's all strategy. So just Lego, just do better.
Yeah, I think so. But even the land members, I think they need to do better. Like I think you're afraid of. Here's the thing: there's no pressure. There's no pressure from the land or Lego, you know, on the land members to, okay, you need to talk nice about the set, or if you don't, this is gonna happen. There's no such thing. And so I think they just feel like, oh, I'm gonna say something nice because I still want to get this benefit, right? But I've seen land members never open the box of Lego. They never open the box of Lego, and they give a full review off of the images of the. And they give. If say if I'm wrong, I can name them, but I won't. Like, they never open the box, and they give a full
that kills
review.
me.
And then here's the funny part. Here's the funny part is that they'll get, like, I don't know, 10,000 views, 20,000 views, and they never open the box.
Never open the box.
Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense.
Yep.
But then that, like, say for instance, that same person who just you know set the fire on all the land members, watch those videos, and he'll watch them again. And that person ain't never opened the box. So my thing is this: it's a two-way street. Yeah, the people in the land got to do a little bit better, right? And we want more honest opinions and more critiques and stuff like that. And you do get that, right? But then you get the some that'll, like he said, glaze or shine the set up, right? But then also, if me as a viewer, folks, you as a viewer, if you see something and it just don't smell right, why are you still watching their content? Why? Because I already know you're selling me a set that you know that you wouldn't buy off the shelf.
Right.
And if I felt that way, why am I still subscribed to you? Why am I still watching your stuff?
It's not true. It's not genuine.
So it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street.
So let me ask you this question, man, because you are part of the land and you do these reviews. How many, I would say, give me a rough percentage of the sets that you review that you think is not up to par, that it could have been designed differently, could have been done better?
I'm gonna tell you this: and I hate to put a price on it, right? I hate to put a price on it, but I do notice that, like, the high price sets, like, I don't know, for instance, the UCS seem to be the high price ones. I had no, let me see. I had no problems with that because the quality was there.
Right.
But you're gonna pay more, right? You're gonna pay more. but the
Of
quality
course,
was.
of
But
course.
I'm gonna tell you that where I saw the sets that I saw that there was some faults in were basically like the under $100 sets.
Okay, that's
So
fair.
it was like it was very simple. Like it was very simple. But I felt like maybe there should have been some bucks off, or maybe they should have upscaled the build for $100 or even the $50 ones. So, you know what I mean? And so there
Right.
was a few, and but I'm quick to say, hey, look, this is not my day one.
Yeah.
When I say it's not my day
And that's
one, I'm
honest. That's
probably
honest.
not gonna buy this set. I'm more
Yeah.
than likely not gonna buy this set. If I don't if I'm gonna buy a set, I'm gonna stand in line day one, and I'm gonna stay in line day one, and I'm gonna get the set day
Right.
one.
Right.
Um, but if I'm not, then at a point like I'm not gonna stand in line, or even this one, I'm not gonna stand in line day one
Mhm.
to go get that. I'm just not.
Yeah.
And so,
And that's true.
that's one that Lego gave to me, right?
Right.
The Marvel. Um, I'm not gonna stand in line for it, but I'll tell you, I ain't got no problem telling you, hey, look, this is not my day one, folks. Let me know what you think.
Mhm.
And that's all I said. Let me know what you think. Put in your comments. Let me know what you think. And you know what I do when I do my report. I take whatever you say, folks, in the comments. I take those comments and they go right in my report because they want to know what my community said, and I
Mhm.
put them right in, and so they know. So when you comment on my stuff, it goes where it's supposed to go. It's not on deaf ears, and I try my best to, even if I don't reply or respond, I take what you said and I put it in the report that I give to the land.
And we need, and I'm hoping that all the influencers, all of the members of the of the land is doing that, because it's
They
an
should be.
honest review.
Yeah, they should be. But at the same time,
You
like
know?
you said, I'm not gonna, like the young man said, I'm not gonna glaze a set knowing that, hey, look, man, I'm not gonna be in the store buying this. Like, have I gotten sets where I was like, yeah, and I tell you, like the Mario sets, the ones with with the digital Mario dude like that.
Mhm.
And I started to, and then I said, you know what? Let me take this off my list because I can't get into it. The video game was great. I just couldn't get into doing these sets because it wasn't my cup of tea.
Right.
So I didn't do the reviews on them, and then they stopped sending those sets to me, because I took it off my list.
Mm.
That's honesty. Like, I'm not gonna fake the funk.
It
I'm not.
is. I mean, at the end of the day, the consumers, they're already going to buy. They're
Mhm.
going to buy those sets. If it's a set that they want, that Luigi set, that's a set that I want. I didn't need to see that from
Yeah,
anybody else
yeah.
on what it looked like or anything like that. I wanted that, you
And
know?
that's the funny thing. It's like when you see the set, you already got your mind made up. So you don't need a Mel Brown. You don't need somebody from land to tell you,
Right.
hey, look, this is a good set. Like you already got your mind made
I
up
already
that
got my mind made up. I want to know what you think about the set.
yeah.
Because you could be like, yo, you know what? That Luigi set, I loved it, but I hate the way that they built them.
Mhm.
I didn't like how they built Luigi, but I love how they built the car.
Yeah.
Like, okay, now I know what to look for. I know what to look for. Now, when I build it, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I disagree. I love how they built Luigi. I hate how they built the car.
Yeah.
And then you have that conversation. That's what you're supposed to have in a community. You're
Yeah.
supposed to have disagreement. That makes for a healthy growth when you
Yeah.
disagree with something. If you don't disagree with something, here's another example, real quick, so we can wrap this up.
Mhm.
WWE. I'm a big WWE fan. And for a long time, Vince McMahon was running the show. And a lot of his ideas were great, for the 80s and the 90s, a little
Mhm.
bit for the 2000s. And then there came a time when his ideas wasn't hitting. He
Mhm.
he lost touch with what the fan base wanted and what the fan base needed.
Yeah.
And, he had a lot of yes men around him. So he would say, yo, you know what? I think this would be a great idea. And then he had the yes men around him like, yep, that'll be a great idea. And it got to the point where the fans were just like, yo, we don't like this. We're not liking this content. We're going to stop watching because
Mhm.
you're not listening to what we like. You're listening to what you like. And then the people around you are agreeing with you.
Right.
Lego, you may fall into that trap where you're not listening to the voices of the people who are buying your stuff. You're listening to the voices of the people that you're giving stuff to. So they're
Mm.
not going to bite the hand that's feeding them. They're going to give you their ideas. They're going to give you their feedback. And a lot
Yeah.
of times the feedback is going to be positive. But you're going to need one or two of those positive feedback. You're going to need some negative feedback. That's going to make you a well-rounded person or a
Yeah.
well-rounded company in this case.
Mhm.
So, it's all right. It's all right not to like a set.
Yep. It's all right
It's all
to
right.
not like a set. It's all right to tell your community the truth. And Bad Beat Joe's he's on it. Like, he's calling you out to be honest.
Yes.
So
Hey man. I remember there was a movie that came out that everybody was losing their minds over, and it was
mm,
called The Return of the Jedi.
mm,
The Return of the Jedi. Now
yep.
that star, Mark Hamill,
Mm-hmm.
Luke Skywalker himself. Lego said that they made some real big bucks last year. They made some big time revenue. They've been making that money.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing commercials for Lego, trying to promote that smart brick or them Star Wars sets. Mark Hamill himself.
Hmm.
And the cool thing about this commercial is that they had people. Well, I don't know if they were actual people or they were actors. I don't know.
Okay.
But they had people calling in to speak with Mark Hamill himself. And that's an incredible opportunity to talk to Luke Skywalker himself.
Yeah.
Lego got money, man. Lego got money.
Yeah,
And,
Lego got
and they got big names that are, attaching themselves to the company, being a part of the company.
Mhm.
Man, what do you think about Mark Hamill being a salesman for the smart brick for Lego? Is he falling on hard times?
Nah, I don't think nobody's falling on hard times, but I think this is a perfect pair up, right?
Yeah.
Especially with the smart brick, right? Because I feel if we're being honest, remember honest reviews, right? I feel like
Absolutely.
the smart brick didn't get out the gate as fast as they thought it would, right? I think it stumbled out of the gate, right? It's still in the race, but I think it stumbled a little bit. So you get some star power and you get somebody from the Star Wars universe, because the smart brick starts with the Star Wars theme, and you
Mhm.
get somebody like Mark to answer some phones, and that'll spark the interest with the fandom who love Mark.
Mhm.
They love like us Luke Skywalker, and so you put them in a setting to talk one-on-one with the guy.
Right.
So what that do that'll motivate me to go buy the smart brick and the sets, and it's money well spent.
Let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Let me ask you a question. All right.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan,
Hmm.
right? When Michael Jordan first came out with them Jordan 1s,
Yes.
you know, he put the Jordan 1s on his feet and
Hmm.
we saw him in the game, right?
Yes.
Saw him in the game playing. We were like, ooh, I want those.
Yeah.
If this was going to help me get to that, I want those. And it's Michael Jordan, so I want them.
Yeah.
You have Mark Hamill that's talking about these Star Wars sets that's connected to the smart brick.
Yeah.
Um, this should have been immediately out the gate.
Yeah. I,
Th-
I agree with
This
that. Yep.
is like, all right, the Michael Jordan analogy.
Hmm.
Imagine if Scottie Pippen was wearing Jordan sneakers and you didn't
Okay.
know it was Jordan sneakers,
Hmm.
right? Would you be even more inclined to buy it because Pippen is wearing it, or Luke Longley or something like that is wearing it?
Hmm.
And then afterwards, Mike is like, yeah, that was my sneaker that he was wearing.
Yeah.
It
But I don't
kind of
think I don't
loses.
think I don't think Mark is claiming like ownership of the smart brick.
No, no,
I
no.
think he's I
He's
think
not.
he's like a booster, right? So this smart brick came out the gate and it started going down in the race. And I think having him kind of help set it back going forward because now you're pulling that fandom.
That should have been.
Yeah, it
That should
should
have
have
been
been
the
out.
first thing.
Yeah,
That should have been
yeah,
the first thing.
it should have been.
Um,
But I
it,
think that they thought that it was going to run out the gate, and it wasn't. It wasn't It wasn't very receptive to the I guess the consumer.
But it kind of goes back to what we were talking about. You got to listen to the voices of your
Yeah,
fans. Who
that's
were
why
the
circling.
ones that were talking about and reviewing those smart bricks?
Yeah,
Influencers.
yeah,
Of course, they're going to say is amazing. Oh, look, I could put this here. Oh, he's making the sound effects.
yeah.
Ooh. And I remember like Mark actually said that in the commercial, like, oh, remember when we were younger, we used to make the sound effects pew pew pew. Now it does it for us. I'm like,
Yeah. But you can think about
that's not a good selling point.
the influencers, right? And see, when he said that, that related to me and you, because that's what we used to do. But the influencers, they never had that, bro. Like, because like the influencer are like the ages of, I don't know, like 20 to maybe 28. And they never had that. They never had that experience because by then they were already in the digital world. The digital world had
Yeah,
already evolved.
right.
And so where like you and me, we had the WWF bouncy figures, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we
Mm-hmm.
had the Jedi mini action figures and all that stuff. We had all that stuff, and we running around the house making sound effects to
Mm-hmm.
get that imaginary like feel.
Yeah.
And so for Mark to do that, it's golden because you took me back. He took you back. That
Mm-hmm.
20-year-old don't know what you're talking about.
Don't know nothing about it. I don't know. I feel like it's cool to have Mark Hamill as part of partnering up with Lego. I
Mhm.
think we should have had it's good to have him.
Yeah.
I just think the way that they used them in the commercial
Mhm.
to relegate him to like taking phone calls to talk about the smart brick.
Yeah.
It looks desperate. It looks like that they're floundering. They don't know. They invested so much money and time into the
Yeah.
smart bricks, and they don't know how to market and sell the smart bricks. So you put
Mhm.
Mark Hamill in the position. I think Mark Hamill is way bigger than that. I think he doesn't need to be a part of something like that. I think
Mhm.
if they did their research as far as talking to fans and seeing what it is that the fans would want with
Mhm.
from a smart brick like this, they would know
Right.
that some of the fans are not interested in the fact that it can make sound effects.
Yeah.
Some of the fans ain't interested in the fact that that if you do certain things that it will react a certain way. People
Mm.
want lighting kits. They want their sets to light up. If you want
Yeah.
to do a smart brick, then you put a smart brick. You use a smart brick as headlights. You use a smart brick to light up an entire set.
Yeah.
And then when you put it in certain areas, you push a button or whatever, it syncs up to the light, and then boom, is lit.
Yeah.
People want that. People want to see that.
Yeah.
Um, so I just think that Mark Hamill is way bigger than doing this. I like the fact that he's doing it. I just
Mhm.
think that he would have been better served in a different capacity, not the
Yeah.
one that he did.
Yeah, I agree to that. But like it's I wish that Lego would have waited on this idea, the rolling out this idea. Right now, you have, let's be honest. I feel like the smart brick is halfway polished. I don't think it's 100% polished. I don't think that the smart brick was ready to roll out. I think that over time, maybe the next year or two, they'll figure out all the kinks to it. You'll have the smart brick that will power up some lights. You'll have the smart brick that'll do all the things that the power function kit will do. So it'll take it to a higher elevation, right? Take all the sets to a higher elevation with that smart brick. And I think that it has the technology to do that. They haven't unlocked it yet.
Then what y'all need to do is be like my man Iron Man. He built that first Iron Man suit to get out that cave, and then he made the second one to finally achieve flight, and then he got that third one going, and then he came up with like he was up to like 100 or something like that. I'm gonna need you guys to get to the next phase of this because this first phase, this ain't it.
No, it's not. It's half baked. Good morning, Brick World, but we're not on Good Morning Brick World. They send a soft salute, and a soft salute. We're not saying goodbye to Good Morning Brick World, but however, Hive is passing the baton to a teammate of his, Brick Longoria. Will be hosting the new Good Morning Brick World after their 300th episode, which should air this Sunday. How do you feel about that?
It's the turning of the page. The community knows. Good Morning Brick World. People love the show. People
Yeah,
like Brick Hive. You know, people like the dynamic of the show and the people that's
yeah,
on the show.
yeah.
And if he's stepping away, it seems like an end of an era. It seems
Hmm.
like he is, it seems like he's passing the baton, like you said.
Hmm.
Um, that's hard. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Especially if you created a community of folks who listen to what you're saying, who loves your show, who loves your banter and everything like that.
Hmm.
It's hard to really step away and to give someone that new added pressure in
Hmm.
delivering a very good show, but also taking it into the next phase. Um, I wish all of them well. I've never had the privilege of being on Good Morning Brick World, but I've tuned in to a few episodes.
Yes.
Um, I think that they have a good dynamic. I think they have a good team over there. I just think that, just continue to polish
Hmm.
your brand and don't try to replicate what Brick Hive did. You
Yeah.
have to do something different. It has
You
to
got to
be
put your
different.
own spin on it.
Got
You
to
got
be
to put your own
fresh.
spin on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Brick Longoria. I like the content that is always delivered. So I'm hoping for the best for them. I mean,
Yep. My man
hopefully
got that nice, smooth radio, like that easy rock radio voice.
he
Gloria,
does.
man.
He does. He does. That's how he sounds in real life too.
Yeah, yeah. So like I could see that. And my man Hive, and here's the thing that what Hive have done in the community is that he's elevated the Lego community, right? He
Yeah.
finds the people in the Lego community. He had them on his show. He made
Mhm.
a team of co-hosts. He is a giver in the community. I love Hive the most because he's real now. He's got a flip, it's a flip side to him, just like me. I can be nice. And then when you flip me over, I'm gonna burn you. Like
Yeah.
he's just like that. And he
And
talks, he talks straight talk. Now some of his language is brazen, but he ain't telling no lies.
right.
And
And you
so I
need
can
that.
appreciate that. You need that. You need that.
Yeah.
And so man, he's stepping away from hosting the show. Now he's going to still be on the panel, but he's not going to be effectively, hosting the show. He's passing that baton. And man, look, Hive, keep giving the great content that you've been given because we watching and everybody watching. And not only that, Hive, you have given a place for Lego goers to go Sunday morning.
Yeah. And I think what they're doing, just shaking it up. You need to do that. You want to keep the show fresh, right? You want to keep the show
Mhm.
fresh. That's like when Michael Jordan, he came back in the league, he left the league, and it was sad, right? It was sad when he left, and there's a void that was missing, and then he just came
Mhm.
back on and he just put on another jersey, right?
Yeah.
23 is not 45.
Right.
So, he's taking off the jersey, he's taking off the 23, he's putting on 45. All I
Yeah.
gotta say, man, Brick Hive, man, just put on the 45, keep the 45 on, let them shine, let them do their thing. Be a part of the panel. I honestly would say, he shouldn't be part of the panel. Sit back,
Sit
give
back.
give it about a month or two, and then come back on as part of the panel. But let them sink or swim.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that they swim. They do that backstroke and all that stuff. We hoping that they do great. So I will be tuning in
Yeah.
to their 300th
300.
show, and then
Yes.
I'll tune in the next week to see what's fresh and what's new.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Hive. Thank you, Hive. And thank you. Good morning, Brick World.
Okay. I feel like this episode is a lot of goodbyes and departures that we're talking about. I'm just looking back here, grinding gears, talking about, the influencers. We got Mark Hamel coming in, but that's a limited thing. He's gonna leave out soon. We just talked about Good Morning Brick World and everything like that.
Mhm.
Bricksie
Bricksie.
says goodbye. He is leaving the land. Now, we have been seeing a trend of folks that have been part of the land, loving the land, and then
Mhm.
saying, hey, you know what? That free set y'all send me every month or two, the reviews that I'm doing, the opportunities I get by being in the land, going to different exclusive events, I'm good. We've seen it with Duck Bricks, you know,
Yeah.
and now
Yeah.
we have a new person that decided to leave the land, and there have been others who haven't been as vocal or hasn't put out an announcement that they're leaving the land, but here we are. He's leaving the land, man. How do you feel about this being a land member of another land member saying, "I'm out"?
I think that there's a beginning and an end to everything, folks. No one can ever hold the crown forever. You can never hold that forever. Everything's an opportunity. Opportunity begins and opportunity ends, right? And I think that Jordan from Bricksees has gotten the most from the Lego group and the land. I think he's hit the ceiling. There's no more that he can do other than just keep getting sets, and at that point, and so, but that becomes a cost of your time, right? And I feel like he can utilize that time that he spends with doing reviews, and like he said, the videos that he did that were reviews just wasn't paying dividends, like that they weren't like measuring up to his top three videos that he was producing, right? He was producing other things like life events, his city, which is immaculate, like he would get the most views on that. And um and so I think he had to measure up, and he figured that you could do more with your time without this. And here's the thing, folks, don't misconstrue the whole land thing. Land isn't about, oh, I'm gonna just get these free sets and that's gonna be cool. Nah, land is about, and we talk about Lego Ambassador Network, it's about opportunities, right? I've gotten a lot of opportunities without the brick, right? I mean, it involved the brick, but without the brick, I've been able to go places. I've been able to meet people. I've been given, like, Lego building opportunities that I wouldn't necessarily wouldn't have. And so, and with Bricksie, he had the opportunity to go to the Lego house several times, right? Yeah, he had the opportunity. He has the opportunity to go to some of these exclusive events, like the F1, series with Lego and all that stuff. He done that, and some opportunities, like, that we don't even mention yet. So he had those opportunities, and I think he came to a point where this is, I done maxed out. I don't won my championships with this thing. There's nothing else I can do.
Right.
So I move on. So leaving the land, and I don't want people to think that, oh, leaving the land, oh, he must be upset with the land and this. No, 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 no. You get to a point where, you know you reach the end of the game and they roll the credits.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That that's all she wrote. Like even with Chris, when
Yeah,
he left on good terms. He was like,
yeah.
"Hey, I got a lot of stuff going on in my life, a lot of things that I want to do, new ventures I want to
Hmm.
do, and I can't commit
Hmm.
to what the land is all about. So I'm gonna take my leave,
Hmm.
and that's fine. You know, once you're in the land, you should be there for a specific reason, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what that reason is, whether it's to grow as a broadcaster or
Hmm.
streamer, or to grow as a content creator, or to
Yeah.
grow in the Lego group to hopefully, hey, you know what? I've I've reviewed enough of these sets. I think I want to start to build these sets. I'm going to apply for a Lego design
Yeah.
uh, opportunity. You know,
Hmm.
that's what you should be in the land to get.
Yeah.
You get your opportunities, you get your experience, and then you move on. You turn the page. Like you said, nothing lasts forever.
Brick and Nick he was part of the land. Now he's a Lego designer, so he stepped
There
away
you
from
go.
the land to be a Lego designer, right?
That's right.
Boom was in the land, and he's a Lego designer. But
Exactly.
here's the thing: is like he left us, Bricksie Jordan, his name Jordan, left us with some words, and he did mention that he said, "Hey, look, he had to evaluate the benefit that he was getting." And he said, "Hey, look, I would rather review the sets that I like versus reviewing the ones that I didn't like." He said, because at a certain point, his audience was crucifying him about, oh, you kind of glazed that set. You didn't like that set, and you sat there and glazed over it, trying to sell it to me. And
Yeah.
so he
Yeah.
felt, and good for you, Jordan. what matters is what's in here, right? Forget all
Right.
these sets and everything like that, and in the comments and stuff like that. If this doesn't feel right, you don't go forth no more,
Right.
because you got to sleep at night, right?
Right.
And so he mentioned that. But the thing that I don't like about that, and here's the thing, I think Jordan is alluding to what's next. I think he becomes a Lego designer. I think he becomes still a part of Lego in some capacity without the land. And he's not disclosing that just yet. But what I feel like is that you're Jordan, you are being dishonest to your fan base, because for you to say that I'm only going to review the sets that I like, I'm gonna go to the store and buy my own set that I like, and I'm gonna give you, why I like this set. You know, here's the thing: is that I want you to review the sets that you don't like, and I want you to be honest about why you don't like that set.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't just give
Mm-hmm.
me the ones you like, because what happens is every set that you review is a set that you like, and you're gonna glaze the set because you're
Yeah.
in love with the set. I don't
Yeah.
want that. I don't want that as an honest viewer. I don't want that. I want to see the stuff that you like, and I want to see the stuff that you don't like.
Exactly. I want. I
It's just
want to.
like
I want to know about that new Minecraft set that you hate.
yeah,
I want to see you build that set and tell me why I should purchase or not purchase it.
yeah.
And don't give me that because you hate it. That's why you don't want it.
It's like
I,
taking a polygraph test. Like I'm gonna ask you some questions that you automatically gonna tell me the truth to. I'm gonna ask you some questions that I know you're gonna lie about, and I want to see that needle jump.
yep.
Oh,
Listen, man, it's all about turning the page. So I don't know what new adventures Jordan is going to have in store for himself, but I wish him well.
hmm
I
yeah,
hope that he finds what he's looking for in the Lego community. But
yep.
I'm sure the content that he delivered to his fan base, they do appreciate it, and they're going to follow you where you go.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Best of luck to you, Jordan. I know you're not leaving Lego, so because you said you're going to go buy something, but I know, look here, I know you probably got another opportunity with Lego, and you can't really tell right now, but you're gonna fold the land. You're gonna fold on the land, but I bet you there's something coming down, and I can't wait, Jordan. I can't wait. Now we done talked about this, right? And I, I got water all over my basement because these pipes keep leaking, bro. Like all kind of crazy leaks, right? Just all kind of crazy leaks, right? So
Mhm.
I'm talking to you, and I'm scrolling through the TikTok, and I see my man Ryan from M&R Productions, right? Long time
Mhm.
fan. I was a fan when the dude was probably like 12 or 11, right? And so the the dude is like he doing the same thing I'm doing. Like, I get a set from Lego, and
Mhm.
then they give you some stuff, right? They give you some verbiage, but then I want to see some details and stuff like that. So I start searching, do my own research on the set and stuff like that. And so he went online to lego.com, and this was a couple of days ago, to lego.com, to
Mhm.
get some research on a set that he was going to review, to see if the name of whatever particular part was still the name, and get the description of it. He logs on, and down in the lower third, bam, there's an image of a set that Lego leaked themselves. It's the UCS N-1 Starfighter. The one that they said not to leak, and they leaked it. They let it out, right? This is how I know they let it out. There was no images. There was the leaked images, but there was no official images given to anybody, right? There was no official descriptions given to anybody at this point. And so
Mhm.
I'm looking, and I'm like, so he did a video of it. He zoomed right in on their website. And if somebody like you and I, if we're looking for something specific on that site, we would have browsed right by it, because that's not what we're looking for. But
Mhm.
you had to have your eye had to be open to see, because it was like in a lower third ad that was at the bottom of the page, and he zoomed in on it on his video, and I said, "Well, I'll be
Mm.
like, why would Lego do that?"
I got a question for you. As part of so M&R, is he part of the land, right?
No, he's not.
No.
But he's a Lego affiliate. He's not part of the land, but he's Lego affiliate, which means basically that I don't know if like our buddy Rick James Bricks, when he had his store, he was a Lego affiliate, right?
Yeah.
And so, at that point, whatever benefit that comes with, that's the benefit that you got being a Lego affiliate.
Now, I guess that leads me to my next question. Is it his responsibility to see that, reach out to Lego and say, hey,
Nope.
I saw this on the website. Y'all may
Nope.
want to take this. That's not his
Nope.
responsibility?
Nope. Nope. And here's the thing is that it's so many hats underneath that roof that, stuff get checked and double checked and signed off on and approved before it hits that website.
So you're
I don't I
saying
don't
this is
think I don't
intentional?
think I don't think Lego has ever, put a set that wasn't supposed to be released on that website and sell the set and be like, oh, wait a minute. We're gonna give you our money back because we're not supposed to sell the set. Yeah. They never done that. So stuff gets approved before it hit that site. So I'm gonna tell you that Lego's down with the league game, man. They don't want to say that. Nobody wants to say that. Nobody wants to say that. But Lego is down with the league game because I'm trying to tell you, it's not on their social media. It's not on any of that stuff. You could go to Lego.com right now. Now it's not the image of the set isn't like on there where you can buy it like the regular sets. It's in the lower third, like the box. The box is in the lower third, and it's a May the 4th advertisement. It's the May the 4th advertisement, and that set is featured on the May the 4th advertisement. It's in the lower third. You have got to have an eye to look at it. But it's got me steaming because not too long ago we talked about that, how Lego mentioned, say, hey, look, let's not, they don't want land members verifying leaks. Like if there's a leak that's happening, I shouldn't talk about it because then it makes the leak look like it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Then you run into stuff like that. Like, and it's like, what, like, I feel like communication is a two-way street, right? And that's what I'm getting at, right? I don't have no control. Like Lego gonna release whatever they're gonna release with or without me. Like they're gonna release things with or without you. It's their sandbox. So, but what I want is like a line of communication, clear transparency on communication here. Like, you tell me not to do one thing, but then you go ahead and do the other. It's just like your mom and dad tell you, hey, look, don't do as I do, you do as I say.
Mm-hmm. So you know what? I'm actually I'm on that web. I'm on the website right now. I'm on
Mhm, mhm.
Lego.com and
Yeah, do.
I'm
Go Lego.com, pull up May the 4th and watch what happens.
all right, we're gonna do that right now. Let's see here.
And I actually sent you the video with Eminar.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Like, and it's like he went right to it. I'm like, man, like what?
Mm. There it is.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Listen, man.
But I'm gonna
You
tell you, there's an embargo on that image, and maybe I'm supposed to say, it, maybe I'm not. I don't know, but it, I'm gonna tell you, whoever's listening, like I don't know, like this is crushing. This is think about it. I'm a content creator, and
Mhm.
basically, I'm the press. I'm with the news. I'm the press, right?
Right.
And so it's my job to get you the breaking news. But the news
Mhm.
already broke days ago, and somebody who ain't even affiliated with the press done broke the news. How do you think that make me feel?
Listen, man. You said it yourself. You said it yourself, man. Lego is part of the leak game. It, ag- how? Why would you even put a Easter egg like that or nugget like that on the website?
Huge,
You
man.
know somebody gonna see it.
UCS set. That's a UCS set. That ain't just a little that's a UCS set. That's like
You're not just
that's the
putting that
Death
there.
Star, bro. That's the Death Star in the box. That's the
Mhm.
UCS set.
You're not going to just put that on the website by accident. Like you said, there are levels. The web designers, they need the green light from the upper echelon. The graphic
Mhm.
designers, they get the
Yeah,
green light. They build it, they create it, they filter it through. They
yeah,
know what they were doing, man. I'm Listen, man. Lego might be the one that's doing all these leaks to get
has to
us talking, get the buzz talking, get the people talking. But
yeah.
you, as the journalist, as the reporter, you don't got the news. You don't got
No,
the breaking news. You're just
no.
part of the news now.
That news is yesterday news because it was he came out with the video like 2 days ago. That's yesterday
That's
news.
just
That's
saying, now
day old. Day old.
everybody knows what it looks like.
It's a day old news. Day old news, right?
Hmm. But you know what the biggest tragedy is, man? That we got another UCS Star Wars set,
Uh-huh.
and we ain't got no Star Trek set. We
You
got
got
one Star Trek set. We got one.
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 It's only months old, man. What you want? It's like 6 months old. Wait, I mean, you want one every month?
Bruh. Nah, I listen, man. How much times we gonna get a Star Wars set,
Relax.
man?
Relax. Wait till after May the 4th. Because it's so much more in a year. You don't know what's coming on this year. I don't know what's coming on this year. Apparently, I don't, but because other people do, they leak us stuff. But that's it. That Enterprise is only 6 months old, bro. Relax.
Listen, man. When was the last?
Did
When was
you
the last
build yours?
UCS set that came out for Star Wars?
Did you build yours?
That's not the point. That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, I want another one of these boxes to put next to the Enterprise. That's what it is.
Lego, he not even building the sets. Take your time, Lego. He not. He ain't for real. He ain't serious about Lego. He's not serious. Lego, he's not serious. Because if he was
Whoa.
serious, he would already built that thing. It'd have been on the shelf.
Hey, listen. Number one, I got 4-year-olds. Ain't nothing going up on those shelves. I don't need that boy looking at something that's brand new and figured, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and fly this down the steps. No, that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. Number
Mhm.
two, I am very much part of this community. I build every single day. I change lives. I change children's lives. I teach them how to build creatively, to think outside the box. That is
Yeah.
what I do. And number three, I don't care if it was 6 months ago. We should have had another Star Trek set rolled out now. As a matter of fact, you know what? May the 4th, y'all have y'all day. Y'all can have y'all day. May 5th, I better see some the same energy. Give me some vignettes. Give me some of that stuff. I want to see a Klingon warship. I want to see James Kirk's Enterprise. I want to see that. I want to see that Borg's cube. I want to see that too.
Mhm.
What else? I'll go ahead and build me a Klingon, a Klingon mask or something like that, man. Go ahead and do that, man. You know what? Give me a phaser. I want one of them phasers too. I know I'm giving a big wish list. I'm giving a big wish list, and Lego just listening to like, yeah, we ain't doing none of that stuff.
That set ain't even a year old yet, man. That set ain't even a year old.
And I didn't even build it yet. You're right.
Did you even build the GWP?
That's not the point, man. That's not the point. It's not about me, man. It's not about me. It's about the community. It's about the community, man. It's about the community. It ain't even about me. It's about the community, man. Listen, man. Lego, stop leaking your own stuff, all right? Stop
Yeah.
leaking your own stuff on your
I mean,
website.
we might as well talk about it now. Like we might as well go ahead and talk about the UCS Naboo fighter, right?
Nah, might as
Naboo,
well.
it's leaked. It's leaked.
Since,
Let's
since,
break it down.
since you want to leak it.
Yeah, they leaked it. So like, we might as well talk about it. All right, so if you've been under a rock, folks, which I hope you haven't, because so much is happening with Lego, such good things, right? They are celebrating May the 4th, the ultimate collector style. Lego Group reveals Lego Star Wars, the Mandalorian N-1 Starfighter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's see. Okay, created to mark the fan holiday, this 1809 piece masterpiece invites adult fans to embark on an immersive building journey to recreate the sleek silver hulled N-1 fighter, N-1 Starfighter, as seen as in the Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian season 3. The
Mm,
design authenticity at its core, the model uses advanced Lego building techniques and special silver drum lacquered elements to capture the ship's distinctive Naboo-inspired silhouette and intricate detailing. That's a mouthful. Says from its elongated fuselage to its exposed engine elements, every curve has been carefully recreated to deliver a striking collector's centerpiece worthy of any Star Wars display. I'm glazing this thing.
mm,
The set includes the Mandalorian Star Wars minifigure equipped with a blaster, pistol, and Grogu. The figure to accompany the finished build. Once completed, fans can showcase the Starfighter on a display stand with the informational plaque, choosing between two dynamic origins. On one on excuse me, side on to highlight the elegant profile or facing forward every action was it ready action stance, right?
mhm,
Okay, so this thing is Lego Star Wars. This thing will be about you get early access May 1st,
mhm,
2026, available from off at on May 4th. It's gonna be priced at $249.99 US dollars.
mhm.
Um, and it comes with a GWP. Ask me what the GWP is.
What is that GWP, my man?
The GWP is going to be the Lego Star Wars Dark Saber building set. It's going to be product number 40917. It's going to
Mm,
come with 278 pieces, right? This one is a minimum purchase. You got to make a minimum purchase of $160, which is easy to do. You buy the Naboo fighter. You get the gift with purchase. Um,
I guess my question to you, man, are you going to brick it or are you going to buy it? I know it's not the segment, but I figured I might as well just ask you the question. You going to brick it or buy it?
Well, Lego has gifted me a lot of the UCS collector series, so I
Mm,
feel like I'm kind of obligated to buy this one if I don't receive it in the mail. I don't, um, so like, so I'm obligated to buy this one. But however, here's the thing with that is that I feel that, you know, don't get me wrong, I haven't from what I see, the images that I see, I'm intrigued with buying this and building this thing, right? But
mhm,
however, like 50% of me is like, man, this is like a dollar late, like a day late, a dollar short. This is a day late and a dollar short
mhm,
because
mhm.
the new Mando and Grogu movie is coming out, and they go back to the Razor Crest. They they
I
they
remember.
drop that ship and they go back to the Razor Crest. So why am I getting this ship now when the movies get ready to come out and they go back to the Razor Crest?
I mean, I hope you're not asking me that question. I have no idea why you would do that. Um, I have no idea why you would do that.
So I tell you, for instance, here you go, friend. Um, um, Captain Captain Picard, Captain Picard, the Enterprise that Captain Picard captains, right? He drives, gets blown up, right? He makes
Mhm.
everybody he gets everybody off the crew. It gets blown up, right?
Right, right, right.
They give him, I don't know, they give him the Voyager. He's cruising in the Voyager, and then all of a sudden the big movie come out, and they drop the Voyager and they go back to the Enterprise. They come out with the Voyager UCS. So you go and get the Voyager UCS. See, you see what I'm saying? So that's exactly what's happening here. Let me get him up to speed. In Mando season 2, was it? I think it was season 2. I might be wrong. They blew up the Razor Crest. They blew
Okay.
it up, right? and then he jumps. He pays somebody, and they give him this Naboo, the N-1 Starfighter, which is basically a Queen Amidala's starfighter. But this is an era where she's gone because Darth Vader done killed her already and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
um I would like to see. I think if they didn't tie this with a Mandalorian and Grogu, right? I think this would just, for me, it would sell better, because here's the thing: is that the N-1 Starfighter, if it was Amidala's Starfighter, right? Um, you would have the accent of gold or yellow to it, so it look kind of hot rodish a little bit, and then I think that it would, for the old, like not the old fans, but the fans that been there, right? The day one fans that been there. This would, benefit them, because this is something, you give me something on a UCS scale that I don't have. Like, I have some, they have the Naboo fighters, right? The Amidala, starfighters, but they don't have a UCS one.
Mm.
And so, but here's what's crazy about it, is that when Mandalorian and Grogu go back to the Razor Crest, they have the gold accents like Queen Amidala's in one Starfighter. So
Mhm.
make I'm trying to figure out how you make all this make sense. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff happening here.
Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you just straight up what happened here. Um, what you just said about the Star Trek Enterprise blowing up, that was actually on season 5, episode 18, Cause and Effect.
Yes.
So anyway, but yeah, I mean, again, I'm not a big fan
Mhm.
of Star Wars. I appreciate Star Wars and all the lore and everything like that.
Mhm.
I think the design for the ship is pretty cool. The fact you get a little small Grogu, that's pretty cool too. But it's another Star Wars ship for me. So I'm not rushing. I'm not gonna be rushing on May 1st or May 4th to do anything like that,
Yeah.
because that's just not my genre. That's just not my thing.
Yeah.
So I'm sure people are gonna love it, but it all goes back to Lego. Did they deliberately leak this to get the buzz going early? You know,
Yeah.
is that what we doing? So why have the influencers?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you want to be careful with that. That's all I'm saying.
Here's the thing, what I think though, is like, at this point, I think you're at the point where the ship has sailed with, who breaks the news now, right? I think the ship has sailed. I think you pull the embargo images and stuff like that from the land members, right? Don't let that be a responsibility of land members. And even like with the reviews and stuff like that. Don't find another outlet to do that, right?
Right.
um but don't associate that with the land members, because at this point it's out of control here, because the land members can't even give the breaking news, because the news done broke somehow, some way, right?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
and even where, to a point where now the breaking news is on the lego.com website. So it's like, at that point, it's like, man, like,
We doing.
yeah. So my thing is this, is that, like, I think you pull that responsibility away from the land members and just give them something else. Like, give them something else. I think you make up with, like, having events like the F1 series, or even like the FIFA, sending land members over there. Like, you have the San Diego Comic-Con. Like, I ain't been, but a couple of land members done been, right? They sent them there, right? I'm sorry, man. I mean, I'm sorry. I know how to.
You know who haven't been there. You know who hasn't been there.
Yeah,
You know,
the winner from the winner.
you know who hasn't been there. Yeah.
I'm sorry, friend. I'm sorry. Dang, I done got him started.
See that? Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. You
on our
see that?
way, so before we go to Denmark this year, are we buying tickets to San Diego?
I'm down, man.
I guess we buying tickets. We'll buy just some viewer tickets, like, a couple weekend tickets.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna walk around in my I'm gonna walk around in my wardrobe. Walk around with my little trophy. I'm gonna stand over by the Lego booth. Like,
The
oh
blockbuster,
man, you look.
brick
Yo,
buster.
that's great cosplay right there. Yeah, yeah. I'm cosplaying. Yeah, you right. You right. Yeah, you cosplaying as a champion. Yeah, champion that didn't get that invitation, but you know it's all good. I've
Yeah.
gotten over it. It is what it is. You
But
know.
you use the land members for events and things like that, and I think
Yeah.
that you're repurposing the land members, if that makes any
Right.
sense.
No,
So
no, that makes total sense. I mean, it's getting to a point where, you know, we've talked about it throughout this episode that there are land members that are leaving the land, you know, because of, you know, just other reasons. And it's going to get to a point where people are just going to start tuning out. You know, they're going to say, okay, we see something that pops off on somebody's Instagram. We're like, oh, okay, we're going to get a whole bunch of
mhm.
feeds with the same images. We're going to get a whole bunch of feeds from Fan Media Day. We're going to get a whole bunch of feeds of them right next to the box, talking about
Yeah.
what's in the box, not building it, or they're
Yep.
going to build it and still have the box on the side and all that stuff. So, I mean, people are going to start to tune out.
Yeah.
So Lego has to find different means and different pivots to give people something that they can do and give people something to really tune into, because
Yeah.
people are going to start to drown out. You
Yeah.
know, like me, I'm
Yeah.
still waiting for that next Star Trek set, but you know, it is what it is.
Or the one you're gonna sit next to the other one. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's the whole setup. That's the whole
Box to
setup.
box. I got you.
Box to box. That's it. That's it. Don't need to touch those pieces. Why bother? I got it. I got
Yeah.
it. I don't need to build it. I don't need to build it. I have it.
Yeah.
Y'all can build it. Y'all can build it and tell me what y'all think about it.
Think
Keep
about
mine in my box.
Oh
Keep
no.
mine in my box.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What's in the
Listen,
news, man? What you got going on?
Listen, man, I don't know, man. Maybe the fans might not know this, man, but I got some new specs on, man. I got some new spectacles, you know.
Man. I like them, man. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it was time, you know, it was time.
I see.
See everything, you know. I had to get some new bifocals, you know. I got bad
Yeah.
eyes, you know, but you know, I do like them. I do like them. They fit my face and everything like that. What's new though? Brick fan events. Orlando, that's about 2 weeks. That's like a little over 2 weeks.
2
A
weeks?
little over 2 weeks.
I gotta go buy
Yeah,
my
yeah. First weekend in May. If
Tell him I'm coming, Corey. Tell him I'm coming.
here's the thing though, I gotta tell you this though. It's gonna be the first weekend in May, and May 4th. That's on a Sunday.
Yeah, it is a Sunday, isn't it?
So if you end up coming, you may not be able to get that set that you got your eyeballs on.
Well, it releases May 1st.
Okay, then you got time. Then you
Yeah.
got time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You got time. You got time. You know what? We always got time for one thing, man, and that is to try to do better next time.
We'll do better next time. Corey, do better and tell them folks I'm coming.
I'll let them know. I'll let them know.
You gonna let
We'll
them
have
know.
we'll have your stuff, man. We'll have your stuff from Atlanta.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you was coming.
I'm
Oh.
going to send him the message right now. I'm going, hey, Brick Fan Events, Mel Brown is coming. He wants his stuff from Atlanta, and he needs his stuff from Orlando. I got your back. I got your back.
Let me go pay for a hotel and I'm try to stay near the joint, man. I don't want to be Ubering back and forth, man.
Hey, listen, man. There's a hotel that's right next to the joint. There's a hotel that's right next to the joint. All right, so get that hotel. I'm not going to stay there because I don't like staying at the hotel, man. I don't like staying at the hotel, man. I got family in Orlando, man. So I'm a kicking with the fam. I'm kicking with the fam.
See how it starts. See how it starts.
Listen, man. I'm trying to save some bucks, man. I'm trying to save some money, man. It's hard out here.
Mm-hmm.
Hard out here, man. I got this boy throwing stuff over the banister all day long, making mess all over the place. Yo, man, it's a lot of money, man. A lot of money. You know what? I'm gonna stop making excuses. I'm gonna try to do better. I'm gonna do better next time.
Do better.
I'm gonna do better next time. Good night, America.
Good night, America. Land members do better.